obviously kind of a tough one to swallow. You guys are at 10 with 5 minutes to go. What kind of changed down the stretch there? What allowed Arkansas State to get back in that game?
Let me take it. I personally feel like that's on us. It was a total team effort. I don't feel like we can really just pinpoint on anything else other than we weren't dialed in down the stretch. We had a 16-point lead in the second half, and we got to be able to close out games like that. I don't care if we're young. I don't care if we got a lot of new guys. We got to be able to finish basketball games, and that's on us. Nobody else, but we got to be tougher.
You guys weren't able to put it together on that final play. Is that kind of what was drawn up, though, is getting the ball to Nico down low?
It was initially drawn up for just Kendall just to use his speed and try to get to a layup, and then everybody else will crash. But it's basketball. People lose the ball. It's just unfortunate.
They shot 65% from three. Pretty crazy. Did you guys feel like you guys did a decent job contesting their shots, or do you need to do a better job closing out?
It's just, again, it's the game of basketball. People are on fire certain nights and cold other nights. So, we have to improve on our defense in an overall. So, that'll be talked about tomorrow on film.
Seems like you guys have kind of thrived getting out in transition, maybe a little bit, executing a little bit better than in the half court. Do you guys agree with that?
I feel like our transition was really good today whenever we got to it. The key to that is getting stopped. So it all comes back down to the defensive end. And then as far as just executing in the half court, it's just caring, just cutting hard to get the next man open and subtle things like that, and setting good quality screens to get your teammate open and free him up. And I feel like we have to do a better job of that, and we'll get all the looks that we want.
What can you say about your guys' aggression, though? I mean, drawing that many fouls in a game, almost their entire starting lineup fouled out. I mean, what was the game plan going in? Was it one of aggression, or? Yeah,
it was definitely everybody had to just have higher energy. These past 2 games, we kind of came out flat and took the first punch, but this time we're going to hit first. So, we executed that well, and that led to many other things. But we have to, again, kind of keep that consistent throughout the whole game.
You guys obviously have a pretty young roster, a lot of freshmen, you guys, a lot of sophomores. Is this kind of a teachable moment for you guys just moving forward on just having to play a full 40 minutes?
Absolutely. It's not high school no more. Usually when you go about that much, the game's pretty much over, especially just because of the talent level. But like Coach Medved told us, it's hard to win games at this level. You got to be dialed in for all 40 minutes. You can't let up because teams will go on runs like they just did today and just shoot the lights out. But, it was definitely a great learning experience for us, and we're going to take it. We're going to improve from it.
Ready? I thought that, tonight, for the most part, we were the complete opposite of everything that, we had talked about or wanted to be, developing an identity. Thought we had a really, really poor mindset on the defensive end. I thought, when we got that lead in the second half, we looked like a team to me that kind of wanted it easy. I mean, I thought our intensity level went way down. We were just kind of hoping, I think we'll get out of here with a win and get ready to head to the Cayman Islands. And, some people might say, oh, they've made a bunch of shots. They did, but we deserved that. That's basketball. And really disappointing that we weren't able to do that here tonight. And I thought our defense was by far the poorest that we had played this year. And it wasn't a make or miss game to me. It was our defensive intensity really throughout the entire game, but it's particularly there in the second half.
You guys obviously showed the aggression on the offensive end. You almost fouled out their entire starting lineup. How disappointing was it that didn't translate to the other side as well?
I mean, disappointing. I thought we had command of the game there, and again, I just thought our intensity level was really poor, and yeah, we didn't make a lot of shots, but we were attacking. We were getting, good stuff that way, and you had to win this game on defense. We had to guard better. I mean, they just put their head down. We're getting transition defense was poor. We were not connected. We couldn't guard the ball. Our rotations were bad. They started getting to the offensive glass. I mean, we just constantly let the ball get driven to the middle. And so I don't know why that was. I mean, this is a team that for the most part, has been pretty good that way. But this one's going to sting, and it should sting. You know, it should sting, you know, because I thought we had the game control. And you got to give them credit. And we told them, that team was not going to quit. They were going to keep coming at us, and they did. And then, boy, they got hot and started to get some momentum and couldn't hold them off.
You attribute some, inexperience to maybe cruise controlling a little bit with the lead? Or?
I mean, I don't know, maybe, but I don't think experience has anything to do with intensity. Do you know what I mean? I don't think so. And yeah, there's going to be some execution things and some things that come at you quick. This is a team that loved to pound the ball inside, and they just started, resorting to spreading us out and driving us, and maybe some, but I don't think that had anything to do with the intensity. And listen, I love this group. They're a great group. But I think it started with our 3 seniors. I don't think they would be the first ones to tell you, like, they weren't mentality-wise what they needed to be. At the end of the day, they've got to start with the leadership.
That final play to Kendall and then to Nico, were both of those kind of what you wanted, or was it kind of?
Yeah, no, we did. You mean on the last?
Yeah, the Kendall driving down, losing it, and then the final.
Yeah. So no, those were both things that we wanted to run there, and it's an action. I feel like had Kendall not lost the ball, he would have gotten. He was downhill on that. He had a chance to get fouled and score, so just lost the ball. In that last play, same thing. It was an action that we had run. I got to watch it again, but we had 1 second left. We're gonna have to just get a quick score, catch and shoot, and we wanted to lob that thing up to Nico. I'd have to, again, go look at it and see what the pass was like. But clearly you don't have a ton of options in that scenario. But that's a play that we had worked on and just weren't able to execute.
They doubled Nico on that play. They doubled him pretty much throughout the night. What does that do for the rest of your offense?
Well, I think it can create a lot of good things. Obviously we move the ball, we get open shots. We didn't shoot the ball great tonight, but I don't want anybody to. We got to the free throw line like crazy. We were able to attack the paint. We scored 79 points. Do you know what I mean? And I thought we left points on the table. I had nothing to do with why we lost the game here tonight. It was defense, and we took a step backward, but. This team, hey, there's going to be that with this team. They're going to learn from it. They're going to grow. I believe in this group, and this was a tough one tonight, but we'll be back.
Shooting's been a little bit inconsistent, but it seems like you guys have kind of succeeded at getting out in transition when you guys play fast. It seems like you're getting shots to fall. Would you like them to maybe pick up the pace, play a little bit faster?
Maybe at times, but again, I thought tonight when we were able to get stops defensively, we really did get out in transition. But again, if you're taking the ball out of the net all the time, you can't get out in transition. And we chart kills, which is 3 stops in a row. I'd be shocked to know we didn't have any at halftime. I don't know if we ever in the game got 3 stops in a row at one point in time. That can't happen, So again, I thought we were pretty effective getting the ball in transition when we got stops, but can't get out in transition if you're taking the ball out of the net.
How do you turn this into a good learning moment rather than something they dwell on?
Oh, that's the name of the game in everything. Whether you win or lose, everything is an opportunity to grow and to learn. That's the way you got to take it. And, sometimes what happens is in these situations that are really painful, because it's going to be a hard film to watch. Guys are going to look at it and you lose these games, right, that you had control. And it's going to be hard to sit there and watch and think about all the things, that you let get away. And sometimes that's a huge opportunity for growth too, right? That sometimes those things end up teaching you some of the best lessons, and so that's what we'll always do, no matter what happens in the games. And I love this group. They've been awesome, and tonight was not a good night for any of us, and but we'll get better.
Nico had the tough and one, but he wasn't able to convert the free throw for the tie. What do you tell him after the game to make sure he keeps his head up?
He will. He's been through it a lot. He's been shooting the ball a lot better from the free throw line, as of late, and he missed that one. Heck, anybody could miss, in that situation. And again, he took it strong and won that way, but that's the game. Again, we still had a chance there late. We lost the ball on that action, and I thought we had a real good angle to go score that too. And that's just basketball. And so you execute. But here's what's funny, and this is what you learn. Sometimes you go and no one wants to win more than me, but let's say we go complete that play or we lay it in and we end up holding this team off and winning by 1. What would the locker room feel like? Feel odd. Oh my God, we held on. What a huge win. But that wouldn't change anything that happened in the game. That wouldn't change anything about our defensive intensity, all that stuff. What you wouldn't accept in winning, you can't. What you wouldn't accept in losing, you can't accept in winning. And so, regardless of the outcome tonight, we didn't play very well. That's the biggest thing we got to take away, and we got to play better.
1,000 points in
That's awesome. I mean, they just keep. It seems like every game you play, you know, there's something else for that kid, which is awesome. But he'd be the first to tell you it doesn't mean very much to him tonight. You know what I mean? That's something that will mean a lot more to him later. But I mean, I don't know how many more is he going to get. It seems like every time he plays a game, you know, something happens. Such a huge testament to who he is and all that. But I mean, nobody's more crushed than him to let this game slip away.
Thank you.
Thanks.